Hey, hey, hey. It's Kay. I'm back. Yes, I took a break. See, I'm not like everybody else. I do need a break. And I know people like still video during Christmas time and New Year's, but I wanted to intentionally spend time with my people. That's just the bottom line. But welcome back to Authentic Thursday, where we talk about a whole myriad of things, but mostly I just want to continue to share my story so you can know why I do what I do, why I'm passionate about the things that I'm passionate about, but most importantly, inspire you to take action. I am the creator and founder of Inspired Bosses, established in 2020, a turbulent time, and I think 2021 is becoming an extension of a turbulent time, if you ask me. There's so much going on in the world today, and I hope and I pray that you are staying safe and that you are staying sane. Remember some of the old videos that I've shared with you all about information. Be careful about the information you're taking in. Know what's going on, but still do the work to flush it out, right? Take your time to unplug. But let's get into tonight. I don't want to take too much time. I want to say hey to everybody. Go ahead and share this because it's going to get good. I hope you enjoy tonight. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or anything like that, feel free to DM me. Also, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube. I've been doing a lot of revamping and coming back to the drawing board, and it's been crazy. That's what entrepreneurship is about, right? But tonight I want to talk about a special topic, and it's why I reclaim my vision, my self-worth, and my confidence. I'm not going to be here long, so stay tuned. Maybe 10 minutes or so. If it gets really good, maybe 15 minutes. And yes, I'm chilling. I'm not, super put together. I have a couple notes and I'm going to start there. But for the sake of your attention, right? Here's a story, right? So when we were young, when we were growing up, we had really big dreams for ourselves, right? We were phenomenal in our imagination. And from when I was growing up, I would stand in front of the TV and I would practice my modeling skills. I would dance. I would do so many of these things, right? And for me, that's where my creativity was able to just shine. It was able to run wild. I was able to be a kid. I was able to dream. It was my imagination and I was able to run wild because it was my imagination. See, I'm a firm believer that our vision is tied to imagination. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about how your vision is tied to your imagination? Are you willing to let yourself dream big? Are you willing to tap into the kid-like nature of you in order to accomplish the dreams that you had when you were a kid? Hey! Are you willing to tap into that? See, I want to say that again because that's really important to know. That's a good takeaway. Vision is tied to your imagination. See, everything is created from a thought, and we're able to imagine and visualize different things that can happen in our lives. But if you never take the time to tap into your childlike faith, your childlike imagination, you might be missing out on your biggest blessing. And let's get to my worth. Vision is very, very important, but I think these three are tied so tightly that we have to talk about them together. And I use myself as an example because I can only be the example. I'm not an expert at your story. I'm an expert in my story. And I'm very skilled and knowledgeable about what I've learned in life versus what maybe I can tell you can learn about life. See, my worth was tied up in so many different things. My worth was tied up in other people's vision. My worth was tied up in different relationships. And my worth was buried in so many different relationships, toxic relationships, or just like relationships in general. I didn't understand my worth. See, my worth was always a projection of someone else's thoughts. And that's not always good. See, your worth cannot be a projection or tied to someone else's thoughts. You have to see what you want yourself to be worth and go after that worth and do everything you can to rebuild it. Why was my vision tied, or why was my self-worth tied up in everything else but the right thing? I asked myself that, right? I had to reclaim my self-worth. And I had to speak into myself. Most certainly, I had to speak into myself. I had to speak things that I wanted in my life. So I had to speak into myself. Because if I couldn't speak into myself, I knew I would go down the path of allowing people to show me Or tell me, look, let's just stop right here before I go even any further. Yes. Before, I knew I had to rebuild and remodel my self-worth, because if I allow people to continue to show me and tell me what I was worth, that I would not get a chance to be worth what I dreamed I could be worth. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Here, let me say it like this. If you continue to allow people to project what they think you should be, where they think you should be, who they think you should be, when they think you should do a thing, or how valuable you are in a certain area, how skilled you are, then let me tell you right now, you're going to continue to go down the path of their dream and their vision. And you will never get to dream how you want to dream about your self-worth. See, there are many factors in our life that may even tell us or show us that we ain't worth it. And I just got to say it like that. You may have missing pieces in your life, like a missing parent, a sibling, different emotions that you never got to experience or see in your life that were really healthy, or you maybe even have addictions. But here's the thing. These things do not give you your worth. I can say this for myself, though. I come from a family who don't speak negatively toward me or toward my dreams and goals. Yes, we joke and we get on each other's nerves and stuff like that, but they never speak down on my dreams and goals, right? And everybody doesn't have that privilege. So you can't help who you're born to, but you can help who you choose to be in your life. And so even by you getting on this live every Thursday, you are choosing for me to be your virtual family, your virtual friend, right? And I'm telling you that you are worth dreaming. You are worth living. You are worth being everything that you desire to be. Don't let people tell you differently. Like, you have to look within yourself and say, what am I laying my worth on? Like, what is giving me my worth? What shows me what I am worth? Is it your clothes? Is it your car, your job, your education? Because honestly, God loves you. And people should love you for you. You should be always authentic. That's why Authentic Thursdays is what it is. Because I want to show you that I'm not perfect. And I don't have to be perfect. Because my worth is not going to be a projection of what other people think I'm worth. And I've been going through this. Like, I've been trying to teach myself this over and over again. I ain't done yet. I ain't done living, so I'm not done learning. Let's talk about confidence, you guys. When I talk about confidence, we'll be done, right? So go ahead and tag somebody, share this, because they need to hear this piece right here. Because everybody wants to walk around with confidence. And you may think that I'm a person that walks around with lovely confidence, right? But let me tell you how my confidence was built. It was built in many areas, right? But I'm going to tell you about a specific story. Something that I experienced. It was my first time competing in a real pageant, right? With girls who actually were talented and who actually were skilled. And I didn't necessarily want to do it because, spoiler alert, you guys, I'm sort of a tomboy. Now I dress girly and everything like that. I tap into my womanhood, right? But I was a tomboy. I played sports. I played basketball. I ran track. I was in the band. I was a cheerleader. I did everything. I was in government. Like, I was involved. But particularly, I needed to have some scholarship money. And my mom and my aunts, they were like, hey, you need to do this. And like, you're going to do this. Like, we need the money. We need to help you get to college and things like that, right? So it was intentional. And all throughout this journey of becoming, going after this crown, I had a wake-up call. I wasn't as great as I thought I was. I was in high school, maybe 15, 16 or so like that. I didn't know how to interview. So the score was out of 20, right? So you get the highest score is 20, and we have mock interviews, right? And so I was raising the money. I was asking people to support me. I was learning the dances and all these things. I was making friends. I was, being cool and everything. But one area I completely failed at miserably was my interview. Literally, guys, in my interview, I scored a 5 out of 20. What happened? What made me confident? Guys, it was Night after night, day after day, interview after interview, practice after practice, cry after cry, tear after tear. Look, my aunties are not a joke. When it was time for me to get ready for that crown, I didn't win that year. Let me just be honest. Let me just tell you, I did not win. I failed miserably. I was so devastated. And so the next year, I said, nah, we ain't doing this again. But what built my confidence in that moment was me going days and days after days, figuring out how to tweak it. What was I missing? What was going to make me a better competitor? They critiqued me. They made me cry. I was sensitive. I failed miserably. I want to tell you guys, I failed miserably. I felt like I was on my face. And nobody saw that but them. But they were doing something in that moment. They were helping me to learn how to be confident in my voice and what I had to bring to the table. If you're from West Tennessee, from Humboldt, Milan, Trenton, Jackson area, you might know about Miss Blackiston County. That is exactly the pageant I'm talking about. And so after that year, realizing that like, oh, okay, I have a lot to do. I scored a 5 out of 20, y'all. Everybody was like acing it. And I was so scared. I was literally scared. When my aunts and them would ask me a question, I would be like, but they would critique everything. They were there to help me grow. And so I want to stop right here and ask you, who is helping your confidence grow? Who are you allowing to speak into your life that is going to break your heart sometime, but believe in you so much that you can do it, that you are allowing them, that you're becoming great, becoming more confident. The reason why I had to take back my confidence, my vision, and my self-worth is because if I didn't, who would I be? Where would I be? I tell my students all the time, my success is not your responsibility. And on the flip side of that coin, your success is not my responsibility. No matter how many people tell you you can't, you're ugly, you're too fat, you don't belong here, your anxiety is bad, you have too many mental issues, you ain't got enough money. No matter who tells you that. No matter who tells you that. Your success is still your responsibility. Now, having a conversation about what you define as success, that's another conversation for another day. And you can look on my YouTube channel to find my talks about that. But your confidence is built in the times that you are willing to make a fool of yourself. Y'all, I had to be willing to make a fool of myself. Like, I scored a 5 out of 20. Like, I scored a 5 out of 20. But see, here's the catch too. Don't just go out here making a fool of yourself if you don't have people around you that are positioning themselves to catch you when you fall and not to judge you when you make a mistake. And I think that leads me to even what I want to say here. The point is, your confidence is not built in times when you are not built in times when everything is just right for you, right? Your confidence is built in the times you are willing to make a fool of yourself. I don't know who needs to hear what I'm saying tonight, but it's time to make a fool of yourself and position yourself around people who are not going to make you feel like a fool, but understand that you're learning. It's like a baby. When a baby falls and gets back up because it's trying to learn how to walk, we might laugh. The baby might even chuckle. The baby might hit its bottom too hard and it gets sensitive. But the baby gets back up because they have people that are positioned around them that are willing to let them fall and grow the confidence to use their legs, to build their strength, to walk, right? And so you need people that's going to allow you to do that. So playing safe is not what's going to build you. It's not going to build your self-worth. It's not going to help you redefine what you see in life as your vision for your life, or neither will it build your confidence. Playing safe is not going to do it. And so I had to learn this through every sport I played, through every relationship that I had, and every failure that I experienced. And some of you might think that I don't experience failure, but I do. I do. And we all should experience failure because it's the learning ground. It's the breeding ground of greatness. It's the breeding ground of what you need in your life. It's the breeding ground of your vision. It's the breeding ground of your self-confidence and your self-worth. My confidence increases every time I allow myself to grow or take action. Every time you allow yourself to grow, fall and grow and fall, be planted into and deposited into. It increases by the action that you take and the action that you're allowing yourself to take. Go ahead and share this, you all. I'm wrapping it up. So every time your confidence grows, every time you ask questions that you might not even know the answers to, every time you are willing to make a fool of yourself, you are receiving greater deposits in your life that are going to be meaningful to your path, to your vision, to your purpose, because you're willing to make a fool of yourself around people who don't mind you making a fool of yourself to be greater. I learned that life is about giving, and when I am able to root for you, when I'm able to cheer for you, when I'm able to be there for you and root you on, even when you're messing up, even when you're making a fool of yourself, then I'm allowing you to be comfortable in your skin. What is better? What is a better feeling when somebody allows you to be you? Like, they don't judge you. They might laugh at you, laugh with you. They might pat you on the back. They might even look at you sideways, but they love you for you. What is better than that? Why do we have to go around acting like we somebody we not for people we don't even really care about or don't even really care about us? And yeah, I'm giving y'all this head and this attitude because that's just how I feel. Because that's real. Like, go be around people who allow you to be you, who allow you to make a fool of yourself. And no matter what, you come back even stronger and even harder, because a baby never gives up when it's learning how to walk. Position yourself in places that allow you to be greater. Go ahead and share, tag somebody who needs to hear this. And I see y'all comments, and I'm here for the love. And I love all y'all back. And you know I'm going to respond when the video is over. But when I let you be comfortable in your skin, my duty, when I wake up every day, my duty is being comfortable in my skin. If I'm not comfortable with who I am, if I'm not comfortable with my DNA, if I'm not comfortable with my voice, if I'm not comfortable with the way I walk, the way I talk, with the way I dress, then I need to make some changes, right? And that's okay, because I want to make the changes. But if I'm not comfortable with it, then how can I expect anybody else to be comfortable with it? See, I've been around here too long, turning my volume down for folks who don't even really care about me, who ain't willing to let me fall. See, now I'm feeling it now, y'all. I'm in my bag with it now. You heard? I'm in my bag with it now. Go ahead and share and tag, because I know y'all feel this. Even if somebody you know that really don't, you don't really want to tag them because you got a little with them, go ahead and tag them or share it with them or send it to them in their DMs. But you've been doing this too long. You've been turning your volume down. You've been shining less. You've been stepping out less, and it's time out for you to do that. You're not even letting yourself be happy about the little wins you have in life, because you too you too worried about what somebody else got to say. Excuse me, y'all. Like, I'm feeling it. It's coming out. It's my thoughts going faster than my words. Well, I like when y'all laugh at me, so y'all can laugh, right? And I think that's a part of it. Like, when we laugh at ourselves, because ain't nobody perfect, and I don't got it all planned out, and sometimes I feel like I need to and I got to. When you able to laugh at yourself, that's confidence too. Because you know you're going to mess up. But what are mistakes? Are they really mistakes? Or was that supposed to happen like it really happened? Now, there's a difference between a mistake and insanity. Doing something over and over again, expecting different results, that's insanity. But I'm asking you tonight to check yourself and ask yourself, am I turning down my volume? Am I shrinking? Because I did that, and I hated it. Every time I did it, I hated it. And now can't nobody tell me I'm not going to use my voice, because it's my voice, and my voice is unique. My DNA is unique. Nobody else is living my life. I'm living my life for the first time. You living your life for the first time. So why don't you live it for the first time? All right, y'all. Look, today was good. And I'm not going to keep y'all any longer. But go ahead and tag and share. I know you guys know I'm going to have some hot new stuff coming out. I got some, recording tracks that I'm doing. I'm getting some stuff mixed and mastered. I'm coming out with a single or an album this year. Keep your eyes open. I will be writing an ebook. Just about, keeping your vibe together, being yourself, unlocking that confidence. Right? So make sure you go follow me on Instagram at Inspired Bosses or The Real K Johnson. All of my information is in my bio on Facebook. DM me if you got questions. If you want to know more, if you want to have a talk, book your free consultation. Book your free consultation. Buy you a shirt. If you really resonated with this message, or you know somebody who can resonate with this message, share this with them. tell them to book a free consultation with me. Because in 2021, where we at? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? All right, y'all, I'm out. And like always, remember, be inspired. And remember, we are what? Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Where the money reside. I'm out, y'all.